So we're in John Lewis and we're going to the Christmas shop at John Lewis on Oxford Street, which is one of the massive department stores up by Oxford Circus. And before we go into the Christmas shop, let's have a look. Yes, if you fancy a quality street and you've got a particular one that you like, you can buy them on bulk here. How about that? Right, the good news is John Lewis this year have gone for their different sections. They've named them, unlike a lot of the other places. I think Liberty did as well, but a lot of the others sort of mould. The first one we're going to have a look at is Enchanting Tales. That's the first one we're going to look at, and then as we go through each of the themes, we'll label them up at the bottom so you'll be able to see it, and also you'll be able to see it in the description as well. So if you're looking for something specific a little bit later, but you know what title the actual collection is, you'll be able to find it nice and easy. And as we go through, don't forget, we won't spend much time because I'm not being funny. This video is nearly 20 minutes long as it is. We could be here for hours. So don't forget to hit the pause button if you fancy seeing anything for a bit longer than we show it on the screen. That's the beauty of YouTube. You can pause it and restart again. Now, John Lewis this year, in all of their different collections, have got lots and lots of felt animals, and I know a lot of people love that from around the world because we get that in the comments every single year. But felt mice certainly seem to be the theme as we go along, and well, I'm not even going to count how many different themes and different mice dressed up, but stay watching for a little bit later because we've got alphabet mice. Yeah, different take on that one. So as you're starting to watch the different collections that they have here at John Lewis, I'll be really interested to know, because we did Harrods back in July, then Liberty went live at the beginning of September. We've also seen most recently Selfridge, and also of course the wonderful decorations at Fortnum & Mason. But what I'm really interested in is now with John Lewis going live, that's the big five we normally cover, and also we're going to cover some others if we can find any others, including Marks and Spencer's, because they've got a couple of massive stores on Oxford Street, so we're going to go down there and grab their decorations very, very soon and bring those to you as well. But what I'm really interested to know is, which are your favourite decorations for 2025 and why? Because we get comments from people saying, oh yeah, I prefer these ones or these ones, but do tell us why, because it'd be really, really interesting to know. And also that will help signpost other people who aren't so sure if they're looking to buy their decorations online. Now, if you're in the UK, the great thing is there's many John Lewis stores or various partner stores up and down the country. So these are the collections that you'll be able to see when you're going in there. Alternatively, if you can't make it to a John Lewis store, or you're overseas and you fancy some of these decorations for your collection this year, then you can simply go to their website, which is johnlewis.com. That's johnlewis.com, as we go into Ancient Wonders, which is the next collection. Now, within the Ancient Wonders theme, you've really got probably more traditional sort of snowy decorations, the ones that you'd sort of associate more with Christmas, your lovely snowy baubles, your little gingerbread houses with your snow on them and all the rest of it, which could be where the snow has gone when we come to the snow globes a little bit later. But keep watching for that, because we found loads and loads of snow globes. But all is not good in the world of snow globes. Anyway, right, as we're looking around this set of decorations, there you go, you've got your tree topper there. Your tree toppers start at £12. Oh, and by the way, do excuse the filming. Every so often, they have lots and lots of lights really showing off these goods, which is beautiful, but every so often, you'll catch my phone where I'm filming. And yes, you have to use a phone when you're filming in these places. Otherwise, they get a bit upset when you get a professional camera out and start doing it. But anyway, at least we can bring them beautiful things to you. And I recognise some of the decorations from last year, especially that whale with the horn on the bottom right there. Yeah, that I do remember that one. I'm not quite sure. It looks like it could be an Eskimo in a snowsuit. And there you go, if you fancy that fleece, that's going to set you back £50. Other fleeces are available on other cheaper channels. I'm absolutely sure of it. And I don't know how warm it is. But anyway, if you want ornaments for Christmas, they've got those as well. There you go, you've got your reindeers and your mushrooms. Let's face it, no Christmas is complete without a Christmas mushroom. But also a Christmas owl as well. But that's rather nice, isn't it? The gold house and the star hanging above it. Rather beautiful. Good news, it's ornament time. Yes, you can replace those ones that you broke last year, or alternatively you can just add more dust traps to it, so you've got Christmas all completely covered in all of your shelves and mantelpieces, all done with all of the different types of ornaments you can buy here at John Lewis. I tell you what I did notice this year actually, apart from the ones that are themed, there's not millions of baubles. Every year they seem to do massive tubs of baubles that you can buy to sort of supplement everything else on your Christmas tree. But apart from these few, not too many I don't think. There you go, you've got a gold and silver collection, but normally they have quite a vast collection at John Lewis, so I think they scaled down on that one. But once again, more ornaments available here. You've got wicker stars, Christmas tree candle holders, all sorts of bits and pieces here. I'm not quite sure what it is in the picture frame. It looks like it's two forks. Not sure who's going to buy a picture of two forks, one upside down and one not. And there also you've got a lovely garland which holds candles as well. So you've got a really nice cross section of ornaments. But don't tell my wife I said so, all right? Otherwise she'll be in there like a shot saying, you said it was okay. Now in the next section after these lovely baubles we go into worldly treasures, and it's going to be a bit of a pop quiz really for anyone that's under the age of 50 years old, because for a lot of you you're not going to recognise a couple of the items that are sitting on this tree. For the rest of us, we haven't seen these things for absolutely ages. But anyway, for worldly travel you've got a travel guide there, you had the passport at the top there, Father Christmas's passport, and there you go, there's one of the things. Do you remember what that is? Yeah. Cool. Remember that for years gone by. And do you know what that is there that says photos? If you're under 50, you're probably not, and you probably won't even remember what they even came in. If you're over 50, and old git like myself, you'll know exactly what they are, and you've probably kept the tubes that they came in for keeping stuff in as well. So once again here you've got quite a mix of a different collection as well. You've got pile of coins, hot sauce, but then when you go over here you've got a piñata, and also a lucky cat, which we'll show you very, very shortly as well. So it really is quite a mix of different sorts of things. And there you go, there you've got all your different places as well, adding to the worldly thing. There you go, that's the photographic film from years gone by. And remember that, then pulling it out and then losing all your photos because you pulled that out by accident before you sent it off for developing. But you only found that out once you'd actually spent the money developing your pictures. Yeah, you can tell I'm pretty scarred on that. I'm going to stick out my neck here and say I think I have found the greatest collection of snow globes this year here at John Lewis. And here they all are. And there's loads of them. And I must admit I was in my element. And let's face it, if you're a regular watcher of the channel, you know how much I love a good old snow globe. So you've got some great London set ones here. Things like teddy bears and parcels. Plus, oh, there you go, we got it going. Now, I want to talk to you about the quantity of snow in snow globes. Is it me? Because I literally shook these and that's all that they had. Yeah, so I'm just going to demonstrate it to you here with these sheep, okay? So sheep in a snow globe, you do it, and is it me? I think they must be doing a cost saving or something because there really doesn't seem to be much snow. Now, in this one, I love this. The glitter, small bits of glitter, but actually it really, really does shine. So I've got a funny feeling they really skimped on it because they've gone for a vast number of different snow globes this year. I think we have a snow shortage. Yeah, I probably do need to get out a lot more. I thought this was quite a nice one, actually. The old ski slope lift. And there you go. And then when you shake it, there you go. It's got a bit more in it. But the other ones, I think, were a bit lackluster. But I do like those. Now, also, you've got a teddy bear, Father Christmas, with his Christmas tree. But there's some also other good ones as well. As you can tell, I stopped turning off the video and shaking them. I thought I'd just show you as we go. Then as we go down, you've got a little house scene down there. This is the point at which I got on the floor and everyone started watching what the heck I was doing. That's a much better with that, but it does settle very, very quickly. But also, I think one of my favourites, and don't get me wrong, this is lovely and it's a nice scene, is this one we're going to show you right next door, which is the globe with a plane in the snow, but on a suitcase. Although it could do with a little bit more snow. Anyway, more on snow and snow globes a little bit later in this video. That's a rabbit hole you weren't expecting to go down with me, wasn't it, when you put on this video? Right, let's go to Heirloom Splender and their next set of themed decorations. And, well, eclectic is probably the best word for these ones. And I know I've used it in other stores before, but yeah, it is quite eclectic. Anyway, let's have a look. You've got everything here from Jammy Dodgers. They're the biscuits at the bottom left-hand corner there for those that aren't necessarily from the UK. I've heard of those. You've got your logs. You see those there? Down on the bottom right. You've got a nice bow you can put on your Christmas tree at £12. There you go, a bit of pricing on there as well. And then as you go around, you've got various types of sheep. Ones with big white fluffy hair, and the other ones at the top there, sets of scales, TVs. You've also got a whole roll of, well, can only be described as thread, scissors and tape measures as well. Baked beans. Now, it reminds me of the ones we saw at Selfridges, where actually they're sponsored and they're actually done by Heinz, but that's obviously a cheap felt version of that. So you've got telephones, you've got radios, and I love that at the bottom right there, which is a record player. And yeah, the weirdest one of the lot, I think, of the whole set of decorations is who's going to buy butter and put butter on their Christmas tree. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Actually, I say that, there's some other ones as well. But anyway, portable radio, there you go. Got a Christmas cocktail there with lots and lots of chocolate and your strawberry jam. So for those people, and I know there are loads and loads of them around, who want to get food for their Christmas tree, this is definitely for you. So again, this is the Heirloom Splender collection. If you're going to look online and have a look at those, I must admit, I do like the biscuits. Now, the caviar glasses aren't quite my style, but I do love the biscuits, sort of the take on custard creams that you've got there. And we'll have a closer look at those in just one second. There's the record players. But then you've got the custard creams, which says Xmas cream, and 11sies written on the bourbon biscuits. The other thing I like about a lot of the John Lewis decorations is they look heavy, but they're not. They're really, really light. So if you're like us and you get a normal Christmas tree, one of those spruce Christmas trees that you get, and not one of those with the big fluffy branches that holds everything, at least it's not going to droop when you're putting in your cocktail on, or all these bits and pieces that you can buy here at John Lewis. Okay, so next we're in the Curate and Collect theme. How can you describe this? Lots of different sorts of bits in here. The neon stuff isn't included, but we'll show you the neon bits and pieces later when we show you some of the more decorations or the general decorations. But if you want to put toilet roll, there you go. You've got to roll with it. It says on there. Yeah. That's what I love about all of the Christmas decorations and all of the different stores. You look at something, you see something you've never seen before and go, well, at least someone will buy it because it will fit in with their theme. And I just love the take on Oasis and Britpop there in the bottom right-hand corner with their Britpop guitar. And we'll see more of those a little bit later. And there you go, you've got a tree topper there. I'm not quite sure what sort of animal it is. I think it's a dog, which you can stick on the top of your Christmas tree. And there you go, you've got your passports there. Santa's official passport. And there you go, if you fancy playing billiards or you're a billiards fan, you might want to get these decorations. And here, a bit more for your foodies. You've got your avocados and you've got your strawberry jam and you've got something growing in a pot. So it really is a bit of something for everyone. Love it. So if you've found us recently through the different Christmas decorations we've shown here at the different London stores, but want to see all of the lights and the various other things, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and also do hit that notification button because we upload videos at least 3 times a week, and that'll go even more as we hit Christmas to bring you the whole of London this Christmas, which we look forward to sharing with you as you look at your hot sauce and your pints of Guinness to hang on the Christmas tree. Yeah, thankfully they're not real. Can you just imagine the mess underneath every time someone brushes the tree, let alone a matcha? God, you never get the stains out and it'll stink by New Year's Eve. So with lots of the different types of food selections and an espresso machine, really hoping you're enjoying this collection from John Lewis this year. If there is anywhere else you want us to go and have a look whilst we're in London and we're filming and you want us to bring the Christmas decorations from there, do let us know. Do drop the details in the comments down below and we'll see what we can do for you. So if you're loving the felt mice, then you're going to love this. If you want something with your initial on or anyone else's initial to give as a prezi this year to hang on their Christmas tree, they've got all of these different mice with all the different letters. I wonder how long it's going to be before someone spells out a rude word and hangs it there. Anyway, not that I'm encouraging such behaviour, but that's a novel way of doing it, isn't it? Now, without doubt, this is going to certainly get the attraction from so many people. These are the collectible Jellycat or Jellycats, and these are their Christmas decorations they've got here at John Lewis. And I can't imagine these sticking around for long. So you've got the letter, you've got a turkey, you've got a rather miserable looking Christmas tree. Yeah, I'm not quite sure whether they've done a miserable one, but they do have a happy one. We'll show you that in just one second. You've got a turkey. Well, he looks quite happy considering he's about to be eaten. A miserable turtle. Not quite sure why he's miserable. There you go. There's the happy Christmas tree there. So not only have you got these larger ones, and these are retailing at about £50 each, you've then got the smaller versions, which you can hang, well, if you want to put them on your Christmas tree, you can do. Rabbits, teddies, Brussels sprouts by the looks of it as well. I can't go with that miserable Christmas tree, but I can see that's certainly going to be a collection. And then we go and we have a look at the London collection. So this year, I think their London collection is really good. Little snow globe there. They've had those in previous years, like those. They're retailing, I think it was £6. It's £6 or £8, one of the two. But anyway, if you want one of those, you can get those there. And this is the selection. So of course, you've got Big Ben. You've got Big Ben on a bus and the Union Jacks as well. There you go. There's your little London. There you are. You've got to give it a go. Actually, if I remember rightly, it is £8. And they are probably the best snow globes of the lot because just look at the quantity of snow they've got in them. I know we've already discussed our snowstorms, but they are a good collection there. It's a good old snow globe there. And you can have your own corgi as well. So, nice little collection here. If you want your own London things to put on your tree because you're over here visiting, then actually I think these are quite good. And I like the number plate on the taxi as well, which says DEC25. So you've got it type, you've got a date on there as well to remember. So here we've got the sort of the outside and inside Christmas lights. We've got a selection of Christmas trees. Did you see that upside down one at the beginning of this section? Yeah, an upside down Christmas tree. And then you've got garlands to go around your door. And they did this last year actually. They brought the front door in, so you can actually see what your garlands will be like if you put them around your big front door. And wow, that's a big front door. If you've got a front door that big, I'm guessing you're going to get your decorations from Harrods or from Fortnum and Mason. Not probably going to come to John Lewis, but anyway, that's what it could look like with your John Lewis stuff. Right, this I thought was quite nice, actually, flowers and foliage. So you've got all these different sorts of, well, bits of foliage, and then you can put them in your tree like that. So of course none of these are live, they were all on the sticks and you can just poke them in there. I thought this looked rather effective as a sort of natural Christmas tree. Completely unnatural, but looks like that. So one of the weirdest sets of decorations I've certainly seen here this year at John Lewis is this. It's the Stranger Things decoration set. So you've got your sort of dark blue grandfather clock here. There you go. You've also got a bicycle. If you're a watcher, this is all going to mean something to you, I'm sure. And you're probably going to be jumping around and going, you uncouth person, you've got no idea what you're talking about, but actually I want one of each of those. So there you go. So if you fancy Stranger Things, that's certainly going to be your thing, and I would hop to the website very quickly to see if they've still got these bits in stock. So the final collection to show you here at John Lewis this year is this. Now this has been done by Hallmark, and well, they're sort of porcelain, and you've got a whole range, as you can see, everything from Star Wars to Disney, all the different princesses. Can you see there's Grogu's, also Toy Story, you've got Snoopy there, and also you've got stuff from Mario. So you've got a right old cross section. There you go, there's a couple of bits from Harry Potter there as well, and there you go, also from Wicked. So it really does cater for everyone, and that seemed to be attracting the attention. Anyway, what did you think of the decorations? Do let us know in the comments down below, and I'm going to leave you with liberty to compare and see which ones are your favourites.